Today I am doing a makeup tutorial for how to get ready in 15 minutes or less. All of these products are things that I've used many times before, and they really help me when I'm running behind to get out the door on time. And I can do this whole look in 15 minutes or less. This video might be a little bit longer just because I'm talking, but these are my favorite things, and I always reach for them when I am running late. This look is something that I have also, for any of you student teachers or anybody in education, whether you are a teacher, a student teacher, a parent in drop-off, honestly, too, but this is something that I have worn when I was a preschool teacher at a daycare, and then I wear this a lot when I am doing classroom observations, too, in elementary school, and it's just something that is quick and easy that I can do to get out the door on time, and I think it looks nice and professional. It's not heavy, but I think it definitely highlights my features and it makes me look awake. So if you would like to see how I got this look, then please keep watching. Okay, so first step for a 15-minute makeup look, I always start out with primer. I'm going to use the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. Just going to put a little bit on my fingers. Looks like that. Looks like this. I'm just going to start with it in the middle of my face and just kind of blend it out. Okay. And I'm going to prime my eyes using the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion. There we go. So when I don't have a lot of time to get ready, depending on how long I'm going to be out, if it's something that I'm just going to pop out really quick, I won't necessarily use a primer, but when I don't have a lot of time and I'm going to be not really in the position where I can touch up, or that I really want to have to touch up, I like to use primers. It's just one thing less to worry about. So I've used the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion and the Milk Hydro Grip Primer for a really long time, and I swear by both of them. They're really good. Okay, and then I usually will just go really quickly over my eye primer with a little bit of powder. I really like the translucent powder from Tarte. I'm going to use, what is this? The Clean Professional Loose Powder Translucent Fair 105. That's the one that I have right now, but any translucent powder is going to work perfectly. So then I just kind of tap it on, just to make sure that anything I put on my eyes next is going to go on really quickly. So that way, I like to use a translucent powder, so that way anything that I put onto my eyelids after this is not going to get stuck or look patchy from the eyeshadow primer. Okay, so after the translucent powder, I'm going to go in with the bronzer. It is the Sunstalker bronzer from Fenty Beauty in the shade Into Sun. It's like that. And I'm just going to take that same brush that I used the translucent powder, and I'm just going to go back and forth in my crease like this, and then gently pull it down. And do the same on the other side. back and forth in the crease and then pull it down. And I like to hold my brush farther away. That way I'm not putting as much pressure. If you wanted to pack on the color in a certain spot, you could like hold your brush up a little bit closer like a pencil. But since I want to apply the color evenly across a little bit bigger of a space, I'm going to hold it back farther. Like this, and then just gently pull it towards my lash line. Okay, so I'm going to go in with this eyeshadow from Charlotte Tilbury. It is I think it's the Eyes to Mesmerize collection. It is the color Chameleon in the shade Champagne Diamonds, and it looks like this. And it's a really nice color. So each of the eyeshadows in that collection, they're all for different eye colors. This one is for blue eyes. But I really like this color because then if you, I don't think this is going to show up as well, but focus. There we go. Because then if you rub it out like this, okay, this doesn't look as good. Oh, this is hard to do this in the camera. But it's going to look better on the eyes. But if you break it apart, then it's just this like easy, shimmery kind of situation. So I'm going to zoom you in. I think it's taken up. Let's see. Okay. Zoom you in so you can see. So I'm going to start at the lash line and then just gonna kind of put it all over my eyelid. Not really trying to make it the neatest. And then I'm gonna go in with my finger and then blend it out. This is something that I've done enough times that I can do it in 15 minutes. This is just going to take a little bit longer just because I'm talking through it right now. But when I'm not talking, this definitely takes like 10 or 15 minutes. It's nice and quick. Oh, looks like that. Okay. And then same for the other side. I'm just going to kind of put it all over. I need to sharpen this. Alright, and then I'm going to blend it out the same way. So, depending on how many uninvited guests I have on my face, it can change what I do next. So, typically, I'm not this broken out. And I will just, I have the occasional like little spot because who doesn't? And I'll just spot conceal these individual little places. But if you're having a bit more of a moment, like I currently am, I would just recommend doing a quick, even layer and then going in and spot concealing because it'll take a little bit less time. So I am going to use the Morphe concealer. I haven't found a foundation I really love, so I use concealer instead. Is the Morphe concealer in the shade 1.55. I don't remember the exact name of this concealer, but I can look it up and put it in the description bar down below. So when okay. So I'm gonna just put a little bit, can you see that? On the back of my hand. And then, oh gosh, I have glitter everywhere. I'm gonna go in and dot my concealer on my face. I like to put the majority of the coverage on the outside of my face. And then blend it in. Okay. And you can use a beauty blender or you can use a brush. It honestly just depends on the day. Sometimes I go in with a brush. Sometimes I go in with a beauty blender. Sometimes it just, you know, honestly depends. So I'm going to go in with this brush from Essence. It is the Makeup Buffer Brush. It is flat like this. Okay, and I need to find a mirror that I can hold on to. Okay. And then I will just kind of gently blend that out really quickly, and then we can see what we are working with. Okay. I like to do a quick little layer to take down most of the redness. Alright, so I'm going to blend the rest of it out. And then I take whatever is left on my brush from doing the other parts of my face, and that's the only stuff I put on my nose. Okay, fun fact, if you are not near a sink for whatever reason, you can take your beauty blender, this little egg right here, and some setting spray. I'm going to use the All Nighter setting spray, and you can do that in case you let your concealer sit too long, like I did, just to go over it. Okay, so I went in and I just did a little layer just to get rid of some of the little redness that was on my face. So now I'm going to go in with my under eyes just here and here. A little spot on the inner corner and the outer corner. On the inner part and the outer part. And then I'm just going to use my finger and I'm just going to tap very gently with this ring finger. And I'm just going to kind of pull it up slightly. I think one of the biggest keys to like getting ready quickly and makeup and everything is just to practice. It takes time to figure out what works for your face, what products are your go-tos. And especially when you have to get ready really quickly, you don't want to choose that as the time that you're like, I'm going to do smoky eye when you've never done one, or, oh, I'm going to wear a red lip. Like, it's not the time. Like, this is the time for tried and true products, that the kind of thing that you would like keep in your purse because you know that it works for like quick touch-ups and stuff, that it's just not the time to be trying out any new products. So like, these are all things that I've used for a really long time. I'm going to go in really quickly with that beauty blender just to make sure we're all blended out appropriately. Oh, also, I'm wearing a Star Wars shirt today because I'm filming this, and it's May 4th. Oh gosh. Okay, can you see that? So, May the 4th be with you. It's a stormtrooper, but he's got a floral helmet. I found this on Amazon. It's fun. So now I'm just going to spot conceal, and I'm going to, let's see, do this. I'm just going to go over every spot that I see. Where do you come from? Yeah, and this definitely takes me a lot less time when I'm just in the zone and not getting distracted and talking. Okay, so depending on if it is a little bit more pink like the ones up here, I'm not gonna let that sit for as long, but the one that was looking real aggressive over here, I'm gonna let that sit for a second just so that consistency of the concealer thickens up just a smidge as it dries, so then it's going to be a little bit more pigmented in that spot, so that way it'll give me a little bit more coverage. Whereas these, it's totally fine because I'm not that worried about it because they're a lot lighter. So I'm just gonna take my ring finger again and just gently tap all of those spots. So for these spots, I'm just gonna tap it in the middle and then gently tap around it just to make sure everything is nice and blended. If you see me leaning over here, I have a window over here that has, well, some fading light at this point, and then I have a ring light directly in front of me and then a baby one to the side to balance out all of that. And I can remind me, I will show you at the end what this looks like in natural light, because that's what I always like to see. It's like, what do you look like without the ring light and filters? I never understood filters on a beauty video. That's not showing me anything. That's showing me you know how to use a filter really well, but I like it when people zoom in, and I don't even know if this is zoomed in far enough for most people, but I like to see what skin actually looks like because, okay, so I'm going to set my whole face with the same translucent powder that I used earlier, that CoverGirl one. So I am going to take a nice fluffy brush. This is from EcoTools. Looks like that. And tap it in the powder and then gently tap it all over. So we are powdered up. So we set our whole face. This looks chaotic. Okay, well, so is my life, it's fine. Anyway. Next, I'm gonna go in with that bronzer from Fenty that I used earlier. So I'm gonna take that bronzer and I'm gonna just do the shape, like a 3 or an E. And I'm gonna go along the edges of my face. And then anything you put on, just blend down. If this isn't something you're comfortable with, totally skip this step. Totally fine. Everybody's face is different. Everybody has their preferences. This is just something that I've used a lot, so I'm just confident in its ability to not make my face look terrible. And then I'm just gonna go like this and follow the curve with my little cheeky bone. Same on the other side. And then blend up like that. Okay. Then for the blush, I'm going to use this one from Maybelline New York. It is the Fit Me blush in the shade 25. Oh, Pink Rose. It's tiny, perfect for carrying in your purse or your backpack or your pocket, you know, whatever you want. I'm gonna use this brush from EcoTools. I like this blush. It's just a nice natural color. So I'm gonna tap it on my cheeks and then pull it back. Same on the other side. Tap it on my cheeks and pull it back. Also, if at any point you feel like you've put too much blush on, just take a little powder brush in your translucent powder, tap it off so there's not a lot, and then just blend over like this. And you can sweep it up towards your face, or just pull it up and then back. Whatever you choose to do will be grand. Something my dad says. Okay, this one is an extra step, but I do it depending on the day. You can go back in with your translucent powder And you can use whatever kind of brush you have. Also, feel free to use brushes. Honestly, a lot of times it just depends on whatever brushes I have close to me. I will use the same brush for translucent powder and then bronzer and then blush and then set it aside, and then I'll do the same thing and then eventually wash them, or just, I don't know, hope for the best and just wipe it off on a paper towel and then carry on. We like to be low maintenance the majority of the time. Okay, so I'm going to take that translucent powder, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to just tap it right below my cheekbone. Girl, what? Where'd you go? Come back. I just will tap a little bit of powder in here into the lid and go in. This brush is a setting brush from Real Techniques. I'll take that translucent powder and just tap it right below my cheekbone just to help clean up any bronzer that may have, or blush that may have drifted. Then I like it to just be a little bit, oh my gosh, I have powder on my contact. I just like to have this part right here be a little bit lighter. I think it helps make everything pop. Also, just as a general PSA for all of you humans out there who wear makeup, it is okay if you put your makeup on and you still have little spots coming through. I could do my best to conceal this as much as possible, but then sometimes it looks cakey. I would rather put something on so it looks like it's slightly covered, but it doesn't look cakey, and carry on with my life. Acne is totally normal. It is not something that signifies that there's something wrong with you. I have it, my friends have it. Honestly, all of my loved ones have it, have had issues, have had hyperpigmentation, have had scars left from acne. It does not impact your sense of self, sense of worth. Don't let it do that. I promise that anyone who is watching this, you are beautiful just the way you are, and if that's not something that you can believe for yourself in that moment, then believe me when I tell you that you are beautiful the way you are, and whether you choose to wear makeup or not, you are still a beautiful human being. So just wanted to put that out there for anyone who needs to hear that, because I know sometimes I need to hear that myself. And just, if anyone comes across this video, just know that you matter, and I love you, and I think you are a beautiful, wonderful, truly awesome human being. Okay, so back to the makeup. Okay, one of my favorite brow gels is from Anastasia. Is it Anastasia? Anastasia Beverly Hills. I really need to look that up. It is the clear brow gel. It comes in a little silver tube. Man, that stuff is like glue, and your eyebrows stay, and it's phenomenal. But I'm always trying to find new things, especially things that I can get at the drugstore, because not only convenience, but, well, that stuff can be expensive, and I don't always want to pay that much. So this one is from CoverGirl. It is the clear, I think it's clear brow gel and mascara, I think is what it's actually called, but it comes with this little bristle. It's kind of curved, so, you know, good for your eyelashes, kind of weird for your eyebrows, but it's fine. For the clear brow gel, I am going to, okay, so for the brows, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go backwards first, like this, and then brush up and diagonally like that, just to make sure everything's coated. And I'm going to just brush them diagonally and then pull the tail down. This is how I like my eyebrows to look. Some people like them to go straight up or down, or look like a feather, it is dealer's choice. So same for the other side. Okay, does anybody have one long eyebrow hair? Like, do you see that? Like, what? Okay. And I've cut it so it fit in with the other ones, but this is like, I don't know what is going on. Strange. Okay. And then I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Brush up diagonally. And then pull down. Okay. Now I'm going to set my face with this setting spray from Urban Decay. It is the All Nighter one. I've used this one for many, many years and I swear by it. I think it is wonderful. It makes your makeup last a really long time, and especially when you are running behind, it's just nice to have that feeling like your face is not going to go anywhere. So honestly, when I'm running behind and I only have 15 minutes, what I do is I aggressively spray my face. I spray my face, and then while my face is drying, because we like to multitask over here, I will brush my teeth. I like to keep my eyes closed just to make sure that this stuff is not like transferring all over the place. And depending on like what eye situation you've got going on. Does this look weird, me just doing this? I don't have anything to like fan my face like a normal person. So while my setting spray is drying, I like to use every possible second that I can, especially when I'm running behind, because I usually am, and I will brush my teeth while I'm waiting for my face to dry. Okay. All right. Oh, love that stuff. And then at this point, if you like have an extra few seconds, you need to go over anything again, this is the time that you can just kind of like tap it on real quick and it's good. But yeah, we're almost done. Okay, so last is mascara. I always like to do my mascara last because I do not have naturally curly eyelashes. They're pretty straight, and if I put on setting spray or anything, they tend to fall back down. I don't know what that noise had to do with that, but anyways, okay, so I am going to use this eyelash curler from Tweezerman. It has looked cleaner. And then this mascara, it is the CoverGirl, can you see that? Lash Blast Volume Waterproof Mascara in the shade Very Black. This is my favorite mascara. I recommend it to, well, anyone who asks, and even if they don't ask, I still recommend it. The brush looks like this. And I've used this mascara for years, and it is my favorite, tried and true. So anyways, so to curl my eyelashes, I like to look down like this and do it so that way I can, because I feel like if you're like that, you can't really see as well, but if you're holding your mirror below you, you can really see where your eyelashes are in comparison to, I feel like I've been calling these tweezers, did I? So eyelash curler as close to the lash line as possible. Do a couple of squeezes. Oh gosh, my bone looks creepy. Okay. And then mascara. I do tips first like this. The tips of my eyelashes are a lot wider than than the rest of them. And then I turn the brush and then I gently pull it through, or sometimes I'll roll it like this, just like with my fingers. And I like to do just a light layer because when you're running behind, don't have time in case, you know, you get mascara all over your eyelid or your nose. your elbow. I don't know, it's happened to me. But if you do, you can, if it's waterproof, just let it dry, and especially if you have glitter eyeshadow, just put more glitter eyeshadow over top of it. Which is a lot of times, if I'm running late, you will find me wearing some sort of glitter eyeshadow because it is forgiving when you get mascara everywhere when you're running behind. Because if I'm going to get mascara on my face, it's going to be when I'm late. Because that's just what life says is going to happen. Let's do a little bit my lower lashes. Yep, okay, and then, okay, I'm gonna do the other side off camera and be right back. Okay. Oh, gosh. Okay, so a couple different options for lippies, just depends on your preference. So one of my go-tos is honestly Aquaphor. It is very much my baby, and I have this in, focus. I have this in a pocket of anything that I'm wearing, in my purse, backpack, car, sometimes my friend's cars, sometimes my mom's car if I've been in there recently. So this is one of my favorites. I actually just have it on right now. I feel like my lips naturally have like a little bit of pink to them, so a lot of times I'll just put Aquaphor on, so then it's just glossy. If you want, if you want a little bit more coverage or a little bit of color, I really like the lip glowy balms from Laneige. I have Gummy Bear, and that is one of my favorites. Actually, I don't have Kleenex, so I'm gonna awkwardly just like wipe that off. So it is just nice and hydrating. It's got a smidge of a purple tint, so like that. Or those of you that like lipsticks, this is another one that I do. It honestly just depends on what I'm doing or where I'm going. So I have this, what is this? Oh, this is the mini Pillow Talk lipstick from Charlotte Tilbury. You can actually get it as a set. It is a mini lipstick, focus, a mini lipstick, and then the matching, the matching lip liner. The set's like $25, and honestly, when I got it in the mail, I was just like, whoa, this is itty bitty, but I have this much left, and I actually use it pretty frequently. And honestly, if you, I can do a 5-minute makeup, but I also really like this when I'm running super late as blush. Swipe it across the lips, across the cheek, tap, tap, and you're done. Okay, so just gonna tap off some of that Laneige lip balm. So the other option that you can do is just put on a neutral lip color. I also have some drugstore ones I need to try out that are pretty good. But I like this because it wears well, and I don't have to worry about it looking weird as it like comes off or gets less pigmented throughout the day. Okay. All right, that was the last one. Okay. All right, that is the end of the video. leave a comment down below of some of your favorite products that help you get out the door in 15 minutes or less, or just some of your favorite makeup products in general. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye. Ooh, almost forgot. Okay, so this is, I'm like swiveling on a chair right now. Okay, so this is me in front of the ring light. Okay, don't judge the mess. Okay, this is me standing in front of a window. And it's fine. And this is what my makeup looks like in front of the window, just so you can see natural lighting for my face. But yeah, so totally almost forgot to film that. So yeah, see, natural. Went back. So, gosh. All right, well, I hope you liked this tutorial. It was interesting to film. I've tried to film some in the past and they're just really awkward to do. I just sometimes forget what I'm saying, and it can be kind of, well, honestly uncomfortable to talk to the camera. But yeah, I kind of like this. It was fun. So yeah. All right, well, until next time, stay beautiful. I don't know what that means. Okay. Well, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.